As you noticed, we are now Aston Lark. Aston Lark came into fruition in July this year and is the merger of Aston Scott and Lark Insurance. The process started over a year ago. We're now formally put together and it's bringing two great companies together. We are now 600 people, handling £250 million worth of premium. We're looking at somewhere over 400 cricket clubs and sports clubs that we actually insure, and it's growing by about 10% a year. We now have a specialist sport, leisure and entertainment division, which obviously I'm now running, and the focus is that any sports clubs that come to other offices in the group then obviously get fed through to us so that we can apply our expertise and to make sure they've got everything they need at the best possible price. The pair of us who are running the division now have been in the business between us for about 70 years. I've been involved with sport, leisure and entertainment insurance for the last 20. My colleague has about 30 years in insurance generally, and previous to working with me she was involved with a football club scheme that ran for several years and was successful. So there's quite a lot of experience here. Everything we do is working from the point of view of the clubs. So it's about what the club's exposures are, what they need. It's not about what we want to sell necessarily, it's about the best for them. And in some cases we've actually written our own policy wordings with insurers to make sure that they're as broad as possibly can be and cover as many of the eventualities that clubs have as physically possible. We say that we try and work on a tailor-made insurance solution for clubs, and pretty much there is. It's not a one-size-fits-all with us. We do have different policy wordings and different insurers according to the clubs, and it's about trying to match the club's exposures with the right insurers for them. So unlike other of our competitors, we're not tied to a single insurer. We can visit a whole panel, and being Aston Lark, we've got an even bigger and better panel than we had before. So we can approach a dozen insurers if required to get what we need. And certainly, as a matter of course, we'll talk to 2 or 3 to make sure that we can give the clubs the best possible options once we know what they really need. We deal with clubs that have got several million property exposures, right down to clubs that play on park pitches. Obviously, given our expertise and years in the business and the cover that we offer, the more the club has in terms of exposures, the more likely it is that our expertise is going to be a benefit to them. Clubs vary greatly. You've got clubs like Wolverhampton, for example, that have got an enormous clubhouse that is then used for dining on a regular basis. You've got Wimbledon, where they earn $250,000 a year just from the car parking for the Wimbledon tennis tournament. And then you've got other clubs that are running their entire club out of a small wooden shack that has been there for 30 years. So because the profile of clubs vary so greatly, it's important to actually review their needs and look at their true exposures before you start telling them what you can do for them. And I think that's really where our expertise is best used, because we do understand, we can get inside the club and get under the skin of the club, understand what they need, and then obviously make sure that all their needs and wants are met. The company ethos of Aston Lark is that we're here to help. So we want to help our clients make sure that they understand their exposures and then how they deal with them by way of risk transfer and risk management. It's the same thing really with the sports clubs. We want to understand the client's exposures. They're all different. It takes some review, it takes some experience to actually understand what they need